It's a brave new world, a world where everything we've known and taken for granted is being turned on its head. Let's welcome the wave of the future, where your DNA analysis can actually determine your fitness and nutrition plan. Fact or fiction? Let's find out.
On this show, we have reviewed so many smart devices that are able to track both your fitness as well as your health, from apps to gizmos. What happens when these intelligent devices start communicating between themselves?
It's funny how one diet works for certain people and the same diet does nothing for others. What could be the reason? Is there a rational explanation for this? Or better still, is there a diet designed for each individual separately?
This is your DNA. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if there was an aid to help you identify your very own individual genetic predisposition to fitness, sport, ideal diet and nutrition? Stuff of the future, you might say. Well, guess what? The future, it's already here. You can go in for a DNA fitness analysis. A simple swab from your inner cheek will reveal information to help determine your potential and needs based entirely on genetics. A report like this will help you to optimize your training time and achieve your best possible results. These tests will tell you your genetic power or endurance potential, injury risk, recovery speed, personal post-exercise recovery nutrition needs, and your aerobic potential, as well as reveal incredibly in-depth information, including ideal diet suited to your genes, carbohydrate and saturated fat sensitivity, lactose and gluten intolerance risk. In fact, you can have a personal shopping list based on your ideal diet, which you can acquire from your favorite supermarket. It also reveals your body's detox ability and antioxidant needs, your personal micronutrient requirements, and your salt, caffeine, and alcohol sensitivity. Sounds pretty complex. So is this test a difficult one? Not at all. It's a simple case of taking an earbud-like swab, just running it along the inner cheek, popping it into an envelope and sending it off for analysis. And within just a few weeks, you should have your result. Having the ability to know our own personal genetics is exceptional in many ways. But as with every strand of the current trend for the quantifiable self, caution must be exercised, as the value of this knowledge can also be too easily overstated. When it comes to DNA, understanding our genes is indeed an extremely important step, but in itself, it is no more so than our environment, how we live, how we eat, and how we exercise, for example. A champion athlete arrives at a gold medal through not just natural talent, but in most cases also a lifetime of sacrifice, hard training, mental strength, appropriate nutrition, and ultimately a little bit of luck too. This means two things. Firstly, genes alone are not fully predictive, and secondly, we can intervene with specific actions to improve the outcome. At least that is the hope and the promise of understanding personal genetics. Taking the sum of the data regarding physical performance genetics, it is possible to assess where this information suggests that a training regime, for example, could be modified in a personalized way. Genetic results can be interpreted to give an idea of what is more likely to be the most effective strategy. As such, this science is certainly not at a stage where personal genetics should be advocated as a method for talent selection. Rather, it should be used appropriately to individualize training and nutrition strategies to better achieve your goals, whatever they may be.
The Mobium Elite Speed is the third edition in an elite series of shoes from Puma. Like others in the Mobium line, this one also features Puma's adaptive fit tech. Streamlined and sleek, these runners look as speedy as the name suggests.
There are two key features that really stand out in these shoes. The first is adaptive fit technology from Puma, which is the reason behind the excellent fit, and the second is the level of comfort. A seamless upper offers a glove-like fit, while a plush heel holds the rear of the foot in place quite comfortably. Even though it fits really well, it's a thin shoe and the sizing may need to be adjusted for those with wider feet. The fabric in the toe area follows the natural curves of the foot, giving it a very sleek look without curbing foot movement. A superbly plush tongue allows one to tie the shoe as tight as needed without any discomfort. The sole is a blown rubber sole unit, which is different from the typical EVA shoes. It's lighter and softer, offering a more smoother toe. The midsole here is very well cushioned to provide a comfy ride. The mid and outer sole of the Mobium Elite Speed is packed with proprietary shoe technology from Puma. First up, you have something called the Mobium Band, which is basically an elasticized contraption that mimics the tendons in the foot. When the foot lands, it stretches out, lift the heel and it tightens, giving more bounce and spring to aid your next footfall. The more force you apply, the more spring it returns. Another bit of innovation that Puma has integrated within the sole here are those expansion pods on the outer sole. They're there to provide targeted flexibility and support only where your feet need it. The Windlass chassis technology is totally based on foot biomechanics. Our foot length changes when we run. They expand and contract. The Windlass chassis mimics this action, modifying and adapting the shoe as per the foot's movement. There's a rubber lining on the outsole to provide enhanced traction and flexibility. What's really great about this shoe is that it allows the foot to move more naturally and also provides some wonderful cushioning that makes running more enjoyable. But do remember, this shoe is unlike any other shoe you may have been used to yet, because when you lace up in these runners, you'll notice it is your reflexes along with your leg muscles that are powering your run. It's something you really have to adapt into.
The Mobium Elite Speed is designed to be fast, and it does just that without breaking into a sweat. The ride is smooth and well cushioned. It allows your feet to move more naturally and is perfect for daily training shoes.
There are many people who firmly believe in the health benefits of Eat Right for Your Type diet, or otherwise called the blood group diet. According to this diet, there are specific foods that complement each blood type diet, and eating as per your blood type diet can keep you fit and healthy. But is that true? Let's find out.
The blood group diet was created by an American naturopath, Dr. Peter J. D'Adamo. According to him, the food we eat reacts chemically with our blood type, and therefore following a diet that's in harmony with our blood type will help our body digest food more efficiently, keeping us healthy, energetic, and with a stronger immune system. To get started on this diet, first of all, you need to figure out what is your blood group. Once you figure that out, here's what the blood group diet recommends you should be eating as per your specific blood group. People with blood type O should go for a protein-dense diet, such as lean meat, poultry, fish, certain fruits and veggies, while limiting starches and omit grains, beans, legumes, and dairy. This diet is very similar to a paleo diet. For those with a blood type A, it is exactly the opposite. For them, the recommended foods are vegetables, fruits, beans, legumes, and limited fish. They should also avoid meat, wheat, and dairy. Those with blood group type B do best with lamb, mutton, almost all meats except chicken and pork. Dairy, beans, and veggies also suit them, but they should avoid wheat, olives, tomatoes, and corn. Lastly, blood group AB, a relatively newer blood group. People with this blood group can eat many meats, seafood, dairy, beans, grains, and fruit, but they should limit their consumption of kidney beans, lima beans, seeds, corn, beef, and chicken. Despite its huge popularity, there is no conclusive evidence stating the alleged health benefits of the blood group diet. Some studies have found that people with certain blood types have got more of a cholesterol-lowering benefit from a low-fat diet, but there's no convincing proof that the diet works for weight loss or for health. It has its share of limitations too. Depending upon your blood type, you may need to omit certain foods and spices that are a regular part of your diet. There isn't much room for personal taste here. And if you're a big fan of meat and potatoes, surely you wouldn't find much happiness in sticking to a blood type A diet. It will also determine what you shop or food choices when eating out. Your exercise routine could also be affected by it, since this diet also has a say on the kind of exercises that are most suitable for your blood type. Following this diet stringently may not be the best way to go, since it could deprive you of certain essential nutrients. Dairy, for example, which is off limits for certain blood types, is essential for healthy bones. Similarly, fiber in grains are good for the heart.
Blood type diets are based on the premise that our dietary requirements are same as that of our ancestors. But human body has evolved a lot since then. Blood types do determine compatibility, but there is no specific reason as to why you should worry about what you should eat.